Hello, Internet. So today we're going to do a little mail call. I picked up a package about a month ago, anticipating this very moment. I haven't opened it. It's a Spider-Man book, and I procured it from an eBay seller named Noble Nostalgia. Typically ends his auctions on Monday nights, and he gets some good stuff. And he used to be local. Got a bunch of books from him in the past. So let's take a look here and see what we have to open. Okay. Oh, this is my buck knife. It's my name. Don't wear it out. Buck, buck, bo, buck, banana, fanafo. Hey, hey. I'm going to make that joke all the time. I love that joke. It's a great joke, and I like to say it. All right. I forget what these mailers are called, but they're great. They're great for comic books. They're comic book mailers. I do not like packing tape. I much prefer Scotch tape, painter's tape, any other tape. Okay, I see some yellow. All right, what do we have? Booyah! Got a nice little card here. That's some interesting branding. I think that's cool. Cool. That's cool. Here's the card. Noble Nostalgia. Rare collectibles, comics, video games, and posters. And he has a bunch of VCR stuff in there. I'm not going to put his name on the internet. Although I don't think he'd mind. I just, I don't know. But you see here, this is the daddy. This is what all the fuss is about. Spider-Man 61. And it's a nice book. Ooh, this is a lovely candidate for improvement. Lots of dirt. This is a dirty book. Now the yellows, oh, this is nice. He did a little flap there that helps you purchase the tape. That's good. That's good quality product here. This is a quality product. Don't be afraid to shop at Noble Nostalgia on eBay. He used to have a brick and mortar in Fort Mill, South Carolina. I don't think that's there anymore. But, it was good while it lasted. So yes, lots of dirt. Dirty, dirty cover. Dirty cover. Let's see if we can get it tight and notice some of the dirt. We got Spidey zooming in, saving the day with his love Gwen. Okay. Should be able to see this here. Very dirty. Very dirty. But I think otherwise it's a nice book. This is probably Fine Plus. With some work, I think maybe very fine. I don't see any color breaking creases. It's got some ticks. Let's open this bad boy up and take a look. I've never seen Amazing Spider-Man 61. What a tangled web we weave. Ain't that the truth, Pete? Ain't that the truth? You got Gwen's daddy, maybe Mary Jane, Aunt B, Harry Osborn. Bring. She's crying. Gwen is crying drama. Plenty of drama. Let's lessen that light a little bit. Finish high school at home. Through the window for the win. Shoo-whoop. Friendly neighborhood kicking ass. Friendly neighborhood whooping butts. Bionk. The onomatopoeia, like, attack, like, they just, there's no way that noise ever existed. Bionk. Got a little splashy down here. I have never cleaned an interior page. I have no idea how to even start. It's such weak paper, but you can see there is some splash residue here. Not sure how to get that out. I do not know. Ads. I wonder if any of these vintage t-shirts still are around. Excuse me. There's the goblin with an appearance. There's the crazy man himself. His hair is wild. Kingpin. Getting loose. Early appearance. I know he was on the cover of 60. It's an all-black cover. I'm sure it's difficult to get in high grade. Here's the centerfold. Looks like everything's nice and tight. This is a nice book. It's a nice book. I think I got a good deal on it too. A couple years ago, this would have been over $100, but I don't think. So this, I think this is. These are technical tears. The lower part, you can see. So yeah. All right, just one sec. I need to do another application. Oop, there we go. I'm trying to do some mark removal. I will reveal as it improves, if it improves. I feel like I've been stuck on this amount of mark for a long time. Just, yeah, it's getting lighter. It's a slow process. This is just some isopropanol. But I'll have to wash it out later. Was a little upset to hear last night people getting restored grades for washed books with just water. I said that earlier today, but it's still bothering me. Oh, I like this. He's got his little defense mechanism in his tie jewel. I like Dandolfino. Here's the cover art, cover panel. And just in time, saves the day. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Whenever a spider can. This is cool. Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts. Oh yeah, look at that. Lots and lots to do back here. Real dirty. Real dirty. Real dirty. This top edge. It's got a little bit of a bend. Got some problems by the telescope. You can see there. Okay. I am not. This is somewhat of an important book to me. I like my Spideys. I'm not in the mood to work on this right now. I do not have the bandwidth to start this. Not afraid of it. It's been a long day. So I wanted to see what this was, and this was a nice little reveal. And I'm happy about the book. Thanks, Nick. Thanks. All right. So that's that. Let's do one more applique here. This is just over and over and over and over again until it's gone. Rob wrote his name on his book, and it's still here all these years later. That's okay. On Nick's eBay page, he has a Amazing Spider-Man #1 5.5 CGC 5.5. It's $22,000. It's his asking. It's been up for a while, so I don't think it's going to go for that. But but the point is that there is a lot of writing on it, and I'm just sort of curious, like, if it could be removed, because it's blue, and blue will come out. Black, I don't think so. You got to cut the black out. But blue may be good. Blue might be something that can happen. All right, let's bring what we did earlier today back over to the mix. Just cold pressing this for any reversion that may want to occur. But pretty solid basic press. Turned out nice. If you remember, there was this lower corner is better. There was some deep bends, and now they're very light. You can see it right there. There is no longer a shadow on the top right on the paper fold, but there is still a color breaking crease top right. Stu Thompson, best bike ever, best Christmas present ever, 1985. Might have been 84. I can't remember. It was one of those. Got a photo I'll show I'll show next time we look at this book, because I may be cracking my 9.6 to pop the spine tick. The only thing is I got to do CBCS because it's autographed. And so in order to get, you know, they do auto verification, which is another thing they innovate, like another way they're better than CGC. But nobody uses them. And apparently their customer service is bad. You know, one time I made a submission to CBCS, and the reason is my LCS was a fan, and that's where they sort of guided me. They guided me to CBCS, and part of their reasoning was that it was perceived to be a higher grade 9.8. Like their 9.8s were harder to get, and I was like, well, why is that good? You know, like if the goal is to get a 9.8, and that's kind of the only goal, why do you want it to be harder? And from the purist perspective, I understand you want the nicest books you can get. You know, so if it's a 9.8, that matters. You know, the company that owns CBCS owns Beckett, and in the sports card grading world, you have PSA and BCCG or whatever. I think it's Beckett. And the creme de la creme is a pristine 10, a black labeled 10, 4 subcategories, and they're all 10s, okay? PSA doesn't have subcategories. They only have an overall grade of 10. So they could have a 95 on the edges, or a 95 on the corners, or a 95 on the centering, and still, you know, 195 but 3 10s in the criteria of grading will still be a 10. So the biggest cards in the world are the pristine 10s, the 4 sub 10s. Toy grading has subcategories. They have for the carded figures, it's card bubble figure. Card bubble figure. I'll show you how they grade. This is the nicest toy in my collection. I hate that, like, the box is a little little scarred. It's got some scratches on it, but that's all right. I know a bunch of these just came to market. They found a big haul recently, and they were auctioning these off, and there was like 8 Boba Fett's found, mint. There was a whole case of Yodas, 32 back Yodas, which is the first Yoda card. And before I do that, I just want to do one more. I'm going to be doing this. The alcohol evaporates really quickly. And I tried to cold press today with this method, and it didn't work. So, or like, I didn't notice a big difference. I know when I get some heat, like it's lightened a lot from the beginning, but it feels like it's stuck in the middle, and I may have reached maximum, you know, maximum amount. So, okay, so this is Boba Fett. 21B back. So you can see right down through the top here, there's subcategories for the grading. This is archival case, which I think means UV protected. So the card is C. This card is 75. The B is for bubble, it's an 80. And the F is for figure, it's an 85. And it averages out to an 80, a near mint. It is on a 100-point grading scale. So there he is. He's lovely. He's a beautiful fella. He's a right nice character. All right. Is that Australian or English? It's neither. It's neither, Billy. It's neither Australian nor English, governor. Oh, it's late. I am ready for bed. Rainy day here today, so just been kind of in the office. Beautiful. Beautiful boy. That's my homie. And it is part of one of my favorite collections. I am fortunate enough to own the first 21 on cardback. One of them is problematic. It's a reseal. It's a carded Darth Vader and 12 back, and I ordered it off of eBay. And when it got here, I noticed some irregularities around the bubble, and I reported it to eBay. The guy was like, "Nope, no returns," and I was like, "Well, it's not as described." By the way, if you buy anything off of eBay, and you can just say that it's not as described, and it's an automatic return. Like the seller can't deny you a return on eBay, basically. As a seller, it can be frustrating, but as a buyer, you kind of want that, you know. I'm not saying return your stuff willy-nilly. I've definitely bought some things that I had a little bit of buyer's remorse and had to keep, you know, because I bought it. So, but always pay. Like, you need to pay. Like, don't win auctions and just let it go. I did that a couple times early, and that's just crappy. So Darth Vader 12 back. It's a reseal. It's the only one in my collection that's like that. I do have a couple with some bad bubbles and one with a hole in the card. The Jawa I have is a little bit wonky, but Star Wars collecting is awesome. I mean, it's right there with comic books. I mean, there's a ton of Star Wars comic books. So let's take a look at one now. This is a little bit of a rare modern, and I picked this up at the LCS, and it's a second print, which in this case is more rare. And I can see a spine tick. It's a 9.8, so, but it doesn't break color. First full appearance of Kirak and Fila, but this is the black second print, which is kind of a ghost. Like, these are hard to find, especially graded. I don't think there's any, you know, demand for them, but it's still fun to have. My wall is just scattered with some different stuff. I've got a litany of 9.4s that I want to CPR. This is one of them. This has been on the Hot 10 a few times lately. Green Arrow, Green Lantern, first John Stewart. There's a little mechanical error here where the interior sheet is poking out. Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams. Goodness. I think they have both passed. I don't know. Is Denny O'Neil dead? I don't know. I think he is. But, yeah, this was on last week's Hot 10 on Key Collector, I think. 9.4 old label. This is a thick book. I just think like it's got some spine ticks maybe. I feel like I could get in there. I don't know though. I don't know, man. It's gonna take time. Whole lot of pressing time. It's gonna take plenty time before I crack it, I crack it, I crack it, I crack it, I crack all my favorite books. I am entertaining. myself at least. And that's all that matters. Happy, 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 joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy. All right. Well, that's about all I want to do tonight. I know. Well, yeah, let's do one more applique here. I can't tell. I can't tell. Is it working? Is it not working? It's making a big old spot. I know that. I had some real success with this one time, and I removed a mark from a Spider-Man, and ever since then I've been wanting to do it again. I didn't press all of last year. Unfortunately, had a death in the family, and it kind of knocked me out of the pressing world for a minute. Was preoccupied with other things. Sometimes, you know, life gets in the way of goals and wants and even needs, I think. So I think life can confuse needs, is what I should say. It can whenever I need my wants, that's when I'm sick, you know. So, but just on that note, if you stay the course, you know, and you got to work on being happy and don't have a negative conversation to yourself about yourself. That's important. And that's it for the psychoanalysis. I'm sorry I went there, but all right. I did take Thor 134 out of the light box, and I washed it, and I'm going to get to that next week sometime. I'll be back tomorrow at 12:15. Please like, comment, subscribe. And I did get some new subscribers today, and I'm very excited about that, and I'm excited to meet and converse with you all. I hope that people will start to tune in to the live show, because we can chat live and it would be more fun, and you can make requests, and you know, maybe send me some books if you want. Just a little bit, not a lot. And I could talk to you about the books live, you know, like you're basically in the room with your professor, which is sort of the nuance that I was looking for with this channel. And I think I've got everything covered as far as angles and quality of video. I think I can show the work in a quality way. And I'm getting better and better. Another thing that I may cover is gear and all the stuff. I noticed in my video that there was some noise in my audio, and there's like this like it just shows up. So I changed my mic today. I use Rode lavaliers with the DJI wireless microphone system, and so hopefully the mic was the issue. It sounds more like electrical interference. I have a ton of stuff running. I've got a monitor, a computer, 2 presses, a washing machine, a switcher, a keyboard, a mouse, television, multiple lights, 6 cameras. So it could be anything that's adding noise to the frequency. But I did restart the Ethernet switcher today, and the camera hasn't dropped. So that's good. That's good. One less thing. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow at 12:15 and in the evening at 8 o'clock. And for the time being, I'm just going to run twice a day, about 30, 45 to an hour, until people start watching. And then I'll stay on as long as you want, you know? Like if one person was here talking to me, I would I would stay and talk all night long till tomorrow's episode. I'm just kidding. But anyway, good night.